So we will start that lesson number 2, and we have finished lesson number 1 by this time. But anyway, if you have any questions, any problem, so while you are reading the books and while you are watching the videos which we have done already, so you may have some questions. So please write down and in a piece of paper and keep in the class book. So when you open the book, you will see that question. So you can ask questions at any time, because if you read many times only, you will understand. If you ask the questions only, you will understand the lesson very well. So it is better to have the questions always with you, right? Otherwise you will forget it. So write down the questions and keep in the book. So once you come to the class, so when you open the book, you will find out that questions. You can remember them, then you can ask the questions, right? So I always welcome you to ask the questions with the lessons that we have done already. Okay, so this is the second lesson we are starting today. Is called that fundamental of computer system. That is the name of the lessons we have today, right? So lesson number 2, fundamental of computer system. So that means we are here discussing about the hardware part of a computer. So this is the first lesson we studied all about IT part, all about the computers, and these lessons we are studying about the hardware part of the program, so the syllabus, right? So here we will understand about the memories and all, and also here we will understand the function of the computer. So what are the features of the computers, and then we are going to classify the computer, so that we will understand this type of computer is this type of computer is like that. So we are going to classify, to divide into the computer system, and we will understand what are the devices, and according to the devices there are many parts of devices. We will understand all those computer parts, and then the basic components of computer we will understand in this lesson. And about the ports means that computer, the outside devices are connected to the computer, so that place is called ports. So there are many types of ports. We are going to study on those ports also, and those things we have learned grade 9 also a little bit. So I remember that I was discussing with you all the types of ports, right? But anyway, so in grade 10 we are going in detail to talk about that. Okay, all right. So then we have to understand what is a computer. So it's very basic method. So we will have to understand what is a computer, right? How do you define a computer? It's your own way. You can explain me what is computer. Yes, Samara, what is computer?
Computer is an electronic device which is process, input, process and output data.
Right. Okay. Kavishka, how about yours?
It's an electronic device that way you can find the අවශ්‍ය තොරතුරු ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් උපකරණ.
හොඳයි. එතකොට ඔය දෙයම තමයි සමහර කිව්වේ. right. right, රුසිර. සුසිර ආගේ සිස්ටම් එකේ අවුලක් තියෙනවා, සවුන්ඩ් එකේ හරි මයික් එකේ හරි බොක බොකන සවුන්ඩ් එකක් එන්නේ. Senusha?
A computer is an electronic devices. A computer is an electronic device that can input output process.
Okay, that can input output process. uh, okay, what about Zuna?
Computer is an electronic device which can fulfill our some of the needs.
Some of the needs. When you say some of the needs, there are some needs that anyway, right? Okay. Huani?
A computer is a programmed electronic machine which is used to store, retrieve, and process data according to a set of instructions.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Right. Ushani? Ushani? Ushadi? උෂාදි මෙතන ඉන්න කට්ටියට කිසිකට මම තාම පාඩම කියා දුන්නේ නැහැ. තාම කියා දුන්නේ. ඕගොල්ලන්ගෙන් තමයි මම ඇහුවා. ඔයා දන්න විදිහට කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා එච්චරයි. ඔයා කිව්වොත් එම කම්පියුටර් එකක් කියන ටිම්බෙල් එකක් කිව්වොත් මම ඒක පිළිගන්නවා. එහෙමද කියන්න තියෙන්නේ. කොහොමද කියන්නේ ඔයා? හා පුතේ? පුතා දන්න විදිහට කියන්නේ මේක මම තාම මම ගෑනුවේ නෑනේ. මම නිකන් කට අහගෙන නිකන් යනවා එච්චරයි. right. එහෙමනම් එතකොට දැන් කම්පියුටර් එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කිව්වා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒතර කිව්ව ඔක්කොම හරි වැරදි කියලා මට කියන්න බෑ. එතකොට එක එක්කෙනා ඒ කම්පියුටර් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා නිර්වචනය කරගෙන තියෙනවා. So you all have defined what is computer in your own way. So that is a good sign. Because somebody asking means if you are keeping quiet is not better. But if you can tell something, right, is better. So when you are going to tell something, then you have to think on that. So you are thinking and then you are trying to make it a frame about your idea and about your answer. So when you are going to frame it or when you are going to make it a perfect way of producing what that computer is, so that you are going to take some gain information about that. Then you are going to make it what? You are going to make it a perfect one. So after some time, if somebody or teacher or somebody is telling you what is computer, then you are going to refer what you said and the teacher said. Both together you are going to refer that. So after referring that, so you will define another conclusion or another definition about computer. So that's how you are going to learn. So which you are going to understand, that is, you will never forget it, because by yourself, by making ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ විසින්ම තරකානුකූල ක්‍රම හිතලා බලලා ගන්න තීරණයක් නිසා ඒක අමතක වෙන්නේ. ඒ විදිහට අපි යන්න ඕනේ මේක. right? හොඳයි. කම්පියුටර් කියලා කියන්නේ මම මෙන්න මෙහෙම කියන්නම්. Computer is an automatic electronic data processing system. දත්ත සැකසුම් කරන පද්ධතියක්. ඒතර පරිගණකයක් කියලා කියන්නේ ඉබේටම ක්‍රියා කරන electronic දත්ත සැකසුම් පද්ධතියක්. So which consists of hardware and software. ඒක සම්බන්ධය සමන්විතලා තියෙනවා මෘදුකාංග සහ දෘඩුකාංග එක්ව. මෘදුකාංග සහ දෘඩුකාංග. So what is mean by මෘදුකාංග? Software. දෘඩුකාංග hardware. තර software සහ hardware කියන මේ දෙකම එකට එකතු වෙලා නිර්මාණයලා තමයි මේක තියෙන්නේ. right? ඉතින් එවැනි එකක් තමයි මම අදහස් කරේ පරිගණකයක් කියලා. ඒතර ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් මම කියපු එකත් එක්ක ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියපු එකයි දෙක සංසන්දනය කරලා වෙනම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙනම රටාවක් හදාගන්නතර කමක් නැහැ. right? හරි. දැන් අපි මේක ලියාගෙන පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේම නිර්වචනයක් හදාගන්න. So we will write down now. So write down as what is a computer. So write down only the lesson number 2, fundamental of computer system. That is the heading. So after writing this heading, so you can write down a subheading called what is a computer system. I think all of you may have that textbooks with you all, no? හැමෝගාම textbooks තියෙනවා කියලා මම හිතනවා. Okay. We'll write down. Computer is an computer is an computer is an computer is an automatic 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 electronic spelling. If you want spelling, use please ask me. Automatic electronic data processing system data processing system data processing system which consists of which consists of which consists of which consists of software and hardware subsystem which consists of software and hardware subsystem software and hardware subsystem. Right. So you know the all the words in that sentences what I said. Are you okay with that? Any words that has to be explained very well? So go through back again what you written there. So what you have written, you can just go through back. So computer is an automatic. So you know what is automatic? Everybody knows what is automatic. So it is doing itself, right? So automatic, electronic. You know electronic. What is electronic?
Electronic means that it's made up of circuits.
Yeah, very good, very good. Made up of circuits, right? Or else you can say it's dealing with the circuits, diodes, condensers, something like. No, it's very good. The answer is perfect, right? It's a circuit, right? It's deal with the circuits. So that's what electronic. But some people are saying electronic means electrical. Current එකෙන් වැඩ කරනවා එහෙම කියන්නේ. So it's not the way. But the answer is correct that you said this, right? So electronic, so data processing system. So you know what is data? Samara, you know what is data? Which we were discussed last lesson.
Yes.
Yeah, what is data?
තොරතුරු
Not information, Samara. Solution, not Toraduru. So both of you are wrong. Yes, Kavishka, what is data? See, last lesson, now you said you don't have any problem, but now I have a problem. Rusire? Or Rusire? Zuna, how do you define data?
Data is any explanation, words, images, symbols, and etc., which does not having any meaning when it takes along.
Perfect. Very good. Haridamari. So that is what we call data. Right? හරි. එතකොට අපි කිය හිටියේ data කියන්නේ මොනවද කියන එකයි. ඒතර data කියලා කියන්නේ data processing system එකක්. ඒතර data එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ කිසිම පුජ්‍යලිකව ගත්තොත්, ඒ කියන්නේ තනියම එක ගත්තොත් ඒක තේරුමක් නැති. ඒක වචනයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, text එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, word එකක්, or else number එකක්, or else shape, or else sound, whatever it is a data. But once you put that data, it has to be processed, right? So once you processed it, then you will get the information, right? So it's different from data to information, right? It's not the same, right? So data is there to make the information. So that is done by the computer, right? So that's what I said, data and process means so activating, no? Process information. So data is processing and getting the information, okay? And then the other one is it's a system. So what is system? What is system? So we have learned what is system last lesson, right? Samara, how do you define a system? That we have already studied last lesson. First lesson we have studied. No idea. Kavishka, what is system? But anyway, yes. Yeah, Paddhati in system is a singular translation, no?
The collection of these compounds about information system.
Collection of
Components.
very good. Collection of components. Good, right? System is a collection of components that works together towards a common goal. Towards a common goal. That's what we call system. So that means system has many subcomponents or subsystems which are working by its own way, but all are working together towards a common goal. That's what we call system, right? So school is a system, but there are different components in the school. Students are there, they work their own way. Teachers are there, they work their own way, and government is there for the attached to the school, so they are working their own way. Parents are behind in the schools, so they work towards to the school in another way. But all are working in a different manner in their own way, but for the target is one. What is the target? To make a good child, to behave a good child, no? To produce a good human child, right? So that is what we call a system. Even our body is a system. Why? We have different subcomponents, right? Breathing system is there, right? Nerve system is there, digestive system is there, right? Blood circulation system is there. So there are many systems, they work their own way, but all are working towards a common goal. That's what we call system. In the same manner, computer is also system. Why we say system? Because there are subcomponents are there. So all these are working their own way, but they are making together towards a common goal. That means to make the computer active, right? So there is a power supply system, there is a VGA system, there is a memory systems, right? So there are many systems are there. So those systems are working together to make the computer active. That's what we call system. Okay, that's what I said. The computer is a system, subsystem. It has subsystem like hardware and software. Okay, so are you okay with that introduction about what is system? Everybody? හැමෝටම තේරුණාද? හරි. දැන් එහෙනම් ඕගොල්ලන්ට තේරුච්ච දේ ලියාගත්ත දේට අමතරව ඕගොල්ලෝ විසින් හදාගන්න ඕගොල්ලන්ටම ආවේනික වෙන නිර්වචනයක් what is computer? I'm asking you now, everybody. හැමෝම මම දුන්න නිර්වචනයයි ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ඒවා එකතු කරලා ඕගොල්ලෝ හදාගන්න බලන්න හොඳ නිර්වචනයක් මට වඩා හොඳ එකක්. What is computer? So that is the answer. I need the answer for that. මම අහනවා දැන් තව ටිකකින් උෂාදි මොකද්ද කම්පියුටරයක් කියන්නේ කියලා. ඒතකොට ඔයා හදාගත්ත නිර්වචනයට මට උත්තර දෙන්න ඕනේ. මගේ එකටම ගැති වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඒක උනත් හරි. ඒක හරි කමක් නැහැ. හවෝ ඔයා හදාගත්ත එකක් හරි කමක් නැහැ. ඉවරයිද? I think that's enough time. Okay, shall we stop now? It's enough. ලියාගමු නම් මෙහෙම එකක්. So if it is a computer system is like that, then what we have to do, there are some qualities of computer, no? So that means there are some activities are there, so some features are there. So those features are making that computer a very important thing, right? That's why we are using always computers, right? So what is that? So there are some features of a computer. One is the speed, right? It's very speed than the human. Therefore, we can do a lot of work with the computer with the speedy, right? And then not only the speed, it's accurate. So whatever I give to that computer to process, and then computer will do it without doing any mistakes, right? If I give any data, so for that data only it process, right? The data whatever we input will not change as it wants, right? So therefore it gives us the correct answer. දැන් අපිට නම් ගණන් හදාන දැනදී ඊට පස්සේ මගදී දෙවරක් දෙක 6යි කියලා කියනවා. අපිට නේද? දෙවරක් දෙක 6යි කියලා කියනවා. But is that happen to the computer? No. Never. So that's what say, so that accuracy is very high, right? So that's the main two reason that why we are using computer, right? Main two reason is that is the speed and accuracy, which makes that all the the society worthy. I mean the whole society that they can earn a lot of money because of that, right? Now if a human is there for the calculation or the accounting purpose, so it takes a lot of time. The human takes a lot of time to do some sort of calculations, and sometimes even though they take a lot of time and make something some counts which are not accurate, may be wrong. But whereas if you are using computer, right, at once we can do it very quick in a small period time, whereas it is accurate is 100%. So therefore we use the computer for day-to-day activities. And the other one is efficiency and versatility. There are many points are there: versatility, efficiency, speed, accuracy, and the ability to store data, and it takes little spaces, right? And there are many more advantages are there when we are using computer, right? So that is why we always try to learn and try to use the computers for our day-to-day activities, right? Okay, shall we write down like a subheading called features of a computer? Features of a computer. Okay, so let's write down it one by one. One is speed. One is speed. Speed. The other one is accuracy. grade 10 එකට ආවෙ නේ එකම බැලුවේ මොකද කියලා. දැන් grade 10 right හොඳයි පුතේ ස්පීඩ් ලියාගත්තා නේද ස්පීඩ් එක accuracy efficiency ඒ ටික ලියාගත්තා නේද පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ versatility storing and retrieving හරි තෝර දැන් ඔව් පුතේ කියන්න
Can sir repeat them again?
sorry පුතා
Can sir repeat them again?
right what I said was I was asking you to write down the features of a computer no so after that so by point by down you can write down speed accuracy efficiency that's in the book page number 32 it's in the book versatility storing and retrieving all those things right
Excuse me, sir.
yes Pute
So when we are using whatever electronic device, laptop or a mobile phone, it become after using some time it become like hot now.
mm-hmm.
So how it's happening, sir?
You mean when they are using those devices it becomes hot
Yeah.
yes why it's happening that's your question no
Yes.
very good so I appreciate your questions I need like that questions right මම වගේ අහන්න එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න අහන්නේ ගොඩක් වැදගත් ඒක හොඳයි since she was asking that questions all of you will learn about that if she does not ask any questions we will never ask you will never learn on that so I welcome all of you to ask something like that questions no dealing with the IT no so you can ask me questions very good Putha this is the answer now you will get the motherboard in the motherboard you will get a processor here so we call it CPU CPU is consist of diodes condensers transistors and all there are thousands of condensers transistors are there so all these are working right so when it works means the electron circuit the electrons are going inside that CPU so electrons means what the power right the power goes to that certain devices so power goes means it becomes heat it's heating for example you know so yeah it's become heat so by it's always going without stop continuously the data going means the heating is passing the instructions are passing So that means what happened? So that device is going to be heat very well. Right? This device is going to be heat well. Since it always continuously working on in, then it becomes very heat. So heating is very will damage that device. Heating will damage the device. Why? Some components of that electrons may burnt. Right? That can be burnt because of those overheating. So overheating should not be have to have a device. So what we have to do is, if it is heating, we should have to make it cool. We should make it cool. In order to that only, so have you seen in a laptop or a desktop or whatever it is, you may have a fan on that CPU. So we call it cooling fan. Some people are calling. Some people are saying say exhaust fan, or some people are saying CPU fans. So there are many names are there. So that fan, what does it do? I'll show you this one. This is the CPU. Here you get the CPU here, right? This is a CPU. So this CPU is the main processor in the computer, and it works always means what? It works, so it is mentioned, this is a motherboard. So in the motherboard, this is a place where we put that CPU, right? We fix it CPU, and there is a way of locking this one. So once the power comes there, so if the continuously working, so that will be heating very well. So to calm down, to cool it, what we have to do is, we are fixing here a fan, right? We are fixing here a fan, that's called exhaust fan. So that fan, what does it do? It exhausts the air of this area. So this air has that heated air. So it's exhausting, and then by the other side, there is fresh air coming. So fresh air coming means it's cool. So there is heat air is going exhausting, and fresh air coming the other around the way, and therefore that process is going on always, so that this heating will become cool, right? So that is why we need the cooling system to a computer or any device, right? Now, not only that CPU is the main thing that it becomes very hot, but there are some other components in the computer also. In the motherboard, there are many components which also may heat, right? Now you look at here this motherboard. So there are many components are here, right? There are small components are here. Diodes are there, condensers are there. See, so these may become burnt, right? If it is overheating, so this will become burnt. May podi kayala thina burnt වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So to stop that one, we have to make that system cool, right? So why it is heating? Continuously working. මේකට පුංචි උදාහරණයක් දෙන්නම්කෝ. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඇවිදන් යනවා වගේ නෙමෙයිනේ. ඇවිදන් ගිහලා මාසිර චුට්ටක් ඉඳන් ඉන්නවා නම් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ නේ. යන්න පුළුවන්. But if you are running continuously, how far you can run? How far you can run? So after running, you will be happy. නේ හැටි නතර ඒක නැති කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකද කරන්නේ? ඊට වතුර ටිකක් බොනවා, මූණ වතුර ටිකක් ගහ ගන්නවා. මොකද කරන්නේ? මේ පිටස්තරයෙන් ඒකට අවශ්‍ය වෙන උදව්ව අපි දෙනවා. නේ වතුර ටිකක් බොනවා, එහෙම නැත්නම් වතුර ටිකක් ගහ ගන්නවා නේ, චුට්ටක් නතරලා ඉන්නවා. අර ඇතුලේ ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වයට පිටස්තරයෙන් අපි සපෝට් එකක් දෙනවා කූල් ඩවුන් එකෙන්. ඒ වගේ තමයි කම්පියුටර් එකේ. නිතරම වැඩ කරද්දි කන්ටිනියස් වැඩ කරද්දි ඒක හීට් වෙනවා. ඕක තේරුම් ගත්ත සමහර අය මේ වෛරස් එකම නිර්මාණය කරනවා. වෛරස් software හදනවා. software එකක් හදනවා. ඒ software එකෙන් මොකක්ද දන්නවද වෙන්නේ? දිගටම process වෙනවා. හැමදේම දිගටම process වෙනවා. process වුණා මොකද වෙන්නේ? overheating එනවා. overheating වුණා machine එක stop වෙන්න බලනවා. අනිත් පැත්තේ machine එකේ memory එක ඉවර වෙනවා. memory නැතුව යනවා. නේද? හිතන්නකෝ මේ යම්කිසි program එකක් හරහා අපි කියනවා කම්පියුටරේට එක්තරා ෆයිල් එකක් නිතර ඕපන් කරන්න කියලා. ඒතර ෆයිල් එකක් ඕපන් කරන පාට මොකද වෙන්නේ? අපේ RAM එකේ මෙමරි එකේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඉඩක් අයින් වෙනවා නේ. ඒතර අපේ 2GB නම් තියෙන්නේ, නැත්නම් 6GB නම් තියෙන්නේ. ඒ GB ප්‍රමාණය එන්න එන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ අර ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක නිසා වැය වෙලා කන්ටිනියුස්ලි වැය වෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ ඉර නැතු යනවා ඊට පස්සේ මොකද මැෂින් එක ස්ටක් වෙනවා නෑ ඒ ස්ටක් වෙන්න හේතුව එකක් තමයි මෙමරි එක ඉවර වෙලා ස්ටක් වෙන එක එහෙම නැත්නම් ඕවර් හීටින් වෙලා ස්ටක් වෙන එක. ඉතින් මේ අද වර්තමාන කාලේ ඕවර් හීටින් වුණාම මේ වගේ CPU එක ඕවර් හීටින් වුණාම ඒක තියෙනවා සෙන්සර් එකක්. මේ සෙන්සර් එකෙන් බලන ඕවර් හීට් ප්‍රමාණය දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ඕවර් හීට් ප්‍රමාණයට ආවොත් ඒ සෙන්සර් එකෙන් සිග්නල් එකක් දෙනවා කම්පියුටර් එකේ අපි කියනවා කර්නල් කියලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ප්‍රධාන අනදින නිලධාරියට විධානයක් දෙනවා. දැන් මේක ඕවර් හීට් ඔබ මේක ෂට් ඩවුන් කරපන් කියලා. ඒක නිසා කර්නල් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඕවර් හීට් වෙච්ච ගාම රයිට් එයා සිග්නල් එකක් දෙනවා ප්‍රොසෙස් එකට රයිට් එරර් එකක් දාලා මේක ස්ටොප් කරපන් රීස්ටාර්ට් කරන් කියලා. ඒතර ඒ නිසා මැෂින් එක රීස්ටාර්ට් වෙනවා ඔටෝමැටිකලි. right ඒ වගේ දේවල් එනවා because of that overheating. So the answer for your question is overheating can occur because of continuous processing without any rest. So that becomes overheat in the system. To overcome that we have to we have to have some sort of a system to make the system cool, then it becomes normal condition, right? Did you get the understand or did you get the answer for that? Vani, are you okay with the answer?
Yes, sir.
Right. එතකොට ඕවර් හීටින් එච්චර පුතේ හොඳ නෑ අපේ මැෂින්ස් වලට. ඕවර් හීටින් නැති ඒක තමයි අපි කිව්වේ දැන් නිකමට හරි අපි මැෂින් එකකට අඩුතරමේ ෆෑන් එකක් නැතුව වැඩ කරොත් එහෙම කාලයක් යන ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඒක ලයිෆ් ටයිම් එක අඩු වෙනවා. අපි හිතමුකෝ අපිට අවුරුදු 5ක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා කම්පියුටර් එකක් ෆෑන් එකක් හෝ AC එකක් යටතේ. එහෙම ඒවා යටතේ වැඩ කරන්නේ නැතුව නිකන් පාවිච්චි කරොත් අවුරුදු 2ක් 3ක් පාවිච්චි කරද්දී කඩලා යනවා. ලයිෆ් ටයිම් එක අඩු වෙනවා. රයිට් ඒක නිසා අපි හැම වෙලෙම කම්පියුටර් පාවිච්චි කරද්දී අර කියන කන්ඩිෂන්ස් වල ඉඳන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. That's why all the officers they use the AC and they use the computers, right? But AC using in the computer means it's good. Okay, the heating will be controlled. සමහර කම්පියුටර්ස් වල පුතේ හිටපු ගාම රීස්ටාර්ට් වෙන වැඩ කරන්න නැත යනවා. ඒකට හේතුව මොකද බලපුවම අර කම්පියුටර් ඇතුලේ තියෙන හීට් සින්ක් එක ගාව තියෙන අර CPU එක ගාව තියෙන ෆෑන් එක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක නිසා මැෂින් එක රීස්ටාර්ට් වෙන්නේ. සමහර ලැප්ටොප් වල වැඩ කරනවා නමුත් ඒක ඇතුලේ කුණු හිර වෙලා. ඒ නිසා ෆෑන් එක වැඩ කරාට අර සිස්ටම් එක ඇතුලට ෆෑන් එකේ අර අලුතෙන් එන කූල් එයා එක වදින්නේ නැහැ. වදින්න නැති නිසා මැෂින් එක ස්ටක් වෙනවා මත රීස්ටාර්ට් වෙනවා. So those can happen. Okay?
So that means is it related to efficiency?
Yes. Because it affects to the efficiency. Efficiency means at any time we have to work it. But if you are not using the computer in a proper way, so it affects to the efficiency. So on time we have to do everything. For example, there is a maintenance, right? For computer maintenance, right? Maintenance, there are two types of maintenance. So you have to control those two types of maintenance. What are those two types? Preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance. So preventive maintenance means before anything can happen, so we are going to make it stop, right? We are going to make it stop. But after anything happen, we are going to repair it. That is corrective maintenance. Right. Okay, Miss Anna. Right. Okay. Okay. Right.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, we cannot hear you, sir.
Now it's okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So I was switched off the mic here. This one. Right. Corrective maintenance or preventive maintenance is the computer may have. So when you are using a computer or any other device, so you have to remember to make maintenance properly. And the corrective means if something happened, then we are going to make it correct way. And preventive means before it happens, we are going to block that without happening that one. So that's called preventive maintenance, right? So even in computers we have that one, even in a computer lab, right? So you have those two maintenance, right? So we'll have to clean the computer, and we have to make that dust away, right? Vacuuming the computer and cleaning up computers, all these are done preventive maintenance, right? So any other questions, Vani?
No, sir.
Right. Okay. So we'll move, because this is a hardware parts, no hardware lesson, no. So you can ask any questions like that, no problem. Okay. So I will move to that. Then next point is that classification of computer, right? Classification of computer. That means we are going to classify the computer. Classification of computer. Mehindi.
Yes, sir. I will on the video just a minute, sir. I need to the home.
Right. මොකද අර සෙනුෂ බයිනවා මට ඔයා වීඩියෝ ඔන් කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. නේ සෙනුෂ?
Just one moment, sir.
Okay, okay. Right. Classification of computer. So now here we are going to divide the computer in certain area, right? Category. Here is a how many categories can be there? Now according to your book, it is showing here 2. I can discuss you like this. Generation, size, type, and purpose. Size, type, purpose. So, but in this lesson, in your textbooks, you are given according to the type and the size. And according to the generation, we were discussing last time, no? Last lesson, in the first lesson, last part is this. Last part is this, right? So here you can divide for the generation by generation, first generation and second generation, third generation, fourth generation, something like, right? And here size, according to the size, we can divide again into how many? 4 types, no? Size එක ගන්න කොටස් කීයකට බෙදන්න පුළුවන්ද? 4කට පුළුවන් නේද? Super computer, super mainframe, mini frame, and the other one is micro. Micro, right? Then according to the type, how many types are there in the computer according to the type, or we can say technology. In your computer, in your book says technology, or else type. There are, right, 3 types: analog, digital, hybrid, right? Analog, hybrid. And purpose, there are main 2 purpose are there. So that means special purpose, general purpose. Special purpose, general purpose. So when you are talking about classifications, we can classify like this, okay? But in your textbooks, it says classification of computers only to the size and the technology. That means size and the type or the technology, right? Okay, can you draw this one? කෙටියෙන් ලියලා තියෙන්නේ තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් අහන්න ඕනේ. Just I have written short forms, but you have to write down in the long form. If you can't understand, just ask me.
Sir, it isn't clear, sir, to me, sir.
Yes. So what do you want to understand?
I can't, sir, clear in the sir මට sir board එක sir clear වෙන්නේ නැහැ,
හරි
sir.
ඒක තමයි මම අහන්නේ. වඩ දැන් කොයි පැත්තද කියන්නේද මම කියන්නම් ඒක.
අර sir classification of computer ට පස්සේ තියෙන ටික පැහැදිලි.
හරි ඒකේ යට හතරකට බෙදන්නකෝ.
හරි sir.
හතරකට බෙදලා තියෙන්නේ.
ඔව් sir.
හරි ඒකේ පළවෙනි කොටස generation.
හරි සර්.
පළවෙනි කොටස generation, දෙවෙනි කොටස size,
හරි සර්.
එතකොට මෙතන type, typ type. ඒකට ඕන නම් ඔයා අලිරක් ගහලා දාගන්න ටෙක්නොලොජිකල් ඒත් කමක් නැහැ. ඊළඟට purpose, PURPOSE purpose. ඊළඟ generation ගත්තොත් generation එක first, second, third, fourth කියලා දාගන්න generation පරම්පරාව. අපි ඒක first lesson එකේදී කරා. හරිද? ඊළඟට size එකේ කොටස් හතරක් තියෙනවා. පළවෙනි කොටස super computer. ඒක පළවෙනි කොටස කියලා නෑ, මොකක් හරි කොටස් හතර. එකක් super computer. Next one mainframe computer. Mainframe computer. Next one mini frame computer. Mini frame computer. The other one microcomputer. The other one microcomputer. Then you go to the type or the technology type. It has three: analog, digital, hybrid. Analog, digital, hybrid. Okay, and then the third one, fourth one, purpose එක කොටස් දෙකයි. Two special purpose, general purpose. Okay, so now we will discuss. So we already discussed about the generations, so we no need to again go back here, because we in the first lesson we studied what are generations and the types of the computers and of the generation and all, and then we'll have to understand about these three: size, type, and the purpose. So it's very simple. What is purpose in the sense? So there are two types of computers according to the purpose. So that is a special purpose and general purpose. So for example, I am using a computer in my bookshop only to print the billing purpose. So billing purpose. That computer belongs to in which category, Vani, when we are considering the purpose?
General.
Asjad, what is your answer?
General.
Right, Samara, what's your answer?
General.
Mehindi,
Special purpose.
Kavishka,
Special purpose.
Zuna,
General.
Sanusha,
General.
Rusira.
General.
It's a special purpose. Why it's special purpose? Because it's that computer is being used for a special purpose. What is the special purpose? To make billing, to issue the bills. So it's a special purpose. Even though it is there for any other purpose, but we are using for the purpose is to make that billing only, especially for that. Right? Right. I am going to buy a POS machine in the for my business. So what do you mean by POS machine? POS, POS. Have you seen or have you heard about POS machine? Yes? No? POS means point of sales. Point of sales. Have you seen?
Yes.
Where? Where you have seen that one?
In supermarkets.
Very good. In supermarkets you will find that one. POS machine is a machine computer system which is designed purposely for the billing purpose. So that is also called special purpose computers. Right? But the computer now you are using for the Zoom and you are watching for TV, television or the video, go for the internet and all. So that is a general purpose. Now the computer that you are using for the Zoom now with me, if you are using a laptop, so that is a general purpose computer. Why? Now you are using for the Zoom class, and after sometimes you are using that computer or the laptop or desktop to watch a film, or sometimes you are using the same thing for to go for internet and searching something, right? So after sometimes you are using, your mother or father is using the same computer for their office work. So those type of computers are using for many purpose, not only one purpose. So therefore we call them as the general purpose computers. Whereas if you are using a computer specially for one purpose, so we call it special purpose computer. That's all. That's what I said, they are purpose computers. Okay? But it is not mentioned anything in your book, in your syllabus. There is a bad thing. ඔයගොල්ලන් කම්පියුටර් එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ සිලබස් එකේ ඒ ගැන කිසි දෙයක් සඳහන් කරලා නැහැ. ඉතින් මම දන්නේ ඇයි කියන එනට සමහර ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ස්කූල් වල තියෙන ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් බුක්ස් වල මේක සඳහන් කරලා තියෙනවා. ගවර්න්මන්ට් එකේ ඒක නැහැ. But anyway, we have to understand it, what is the types of purposes, right? Okay, shall we write down about the types of purposes? Right? Just write down purposes according to the purpose. Classification according to the purpose. Classification according to the purpose. Right? The computers that are specially used for special purpose or designed for special purpose is known as special purpose computers, whereas if a computer is used for many purposes is known as general purpose computers. ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ඕනනම් උදාහරණයක් ලියා ගන්න example කියලා දාන්න පුළුවන් මේනම special purpose ට උදාහරණයක් දාන්න පුළුවන් post machine general purpose ට උදාහරණයක් දාන්න පුළුවන් PC laptop ඕනනම් ඔයාලගේ උදාහරණ දෙකක් දාගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Okay. Right. Shall we write down another one called size? Size. Classification according to the size. Classification of computer according to the size. එතකොට පුතේ අපේ computer එකේ ප්‍රමාණය අනුව තමයි මේ කතා කරන්නේ according to the size of the computer, right? So first of all, first one is that supercomputer. So according to that, so you can write down a subheading called supercomputer. It's a subheading supercomputer. Samara, can you read that supercomputer paragraph in the book?
Okay, sir. Supercomputers. These computers have higher computing power. Computing power means the tasks that can be completed within a specific time period. They are large in size, expensive, and rare. These are used for scientific and engineering functions and to solve complex mathematical problems. For example, these computers are used in institutes like NASA large-scale business and for military purposes.
Okay, so you know what is that? So supercomputer. So I think you can see the book also. What sort of a supercomputer is that? There is a photo also available there. So supercomputer means a computer system which is specially defined for some other special purpose. According to that, according to this purpose, we can categorize for that. That is for the special purpose computer, right? That means it's a big in size. It's big, and also its processing speed also very high. And it has a special place. We cannot move that here and there, right? It's a special place, supercomputer area, and which is very expensive. So which is very expensive computer, and also maintenance also very high. Why? There are specially trained people are there to control that one, and there is special operating system is designed for itself only. Therefore, there are special people have to be allocated, and special place has to be situated there. And also that just a normal, not normal AC, right? Special AC is covered inside that, and then that sort of a computer's power supply shouldn't be interrupted. Power supply shouldn't be interrupted. So it has to always the power should be there. So that means there is a backupping system is available, and continuous power supply system should be there, right? So and in that sort of a place, nobody can go inside. I mean, even the president of the country even can't go inside that system where it is available. It's so much of a risk and so much of a secured place. high security area is there, because if something happened to that computer, so everything is lost. You think now there are some crafter going for the space, right? So these type of computers are being used for that. If someone goes inside and if some mistake is done, what happened? So everything is lost. Therefore, so those sort of computers where it is available, it is a high security area. High security area, right? So that is what we call supercomputer. Okay, shall we write down a small something about the supercomputer? It is a computer system. It is a computer system. Sorry. It's a computer system that has high computing power. That has high computing power. And has a special operating system. Has a special operating system. With well trained personnels, people, with well trained people. මයින්ට ඩිරෙක්ට්ලි පාවිච්චි සමහර මොකද්ද මං කිව්වේ?
Supercomputer. It is a computer system that has high computing power and has a special operating system with well-trained people.
Well-trained people, right? It is non-movable. It is non-movable. It is non-movable. Non-movable computers with uninterrupted power supply. With uninterrupted power supply. With uninterrupted power supply. එහෙම නැත්නම් ලියන්නකෝ with continuous power supply කියලා. With continuous power supply in a special location. In a special location. in a special location where high secured, where high secured, where high secured, high secured with air tighted carpeted place with air tied carpeted place. Those computers are expensive. Those computers are very expensive. Those computers are very expensive. It is used to process, it is used to process, it is used to process heavy complex task, heavy complex scientific task eludanu, heavy complex scientific tasks, heavy complex scientific tasks. එතකොට ඒ වගේ කම්පියුටර් සිස්ටම් එකක් තමයි අපේ NASA ආයතනෙත් පාවිච්චි කරන ඒවා. ඒ වගේ සාමාන්‍ය තනපුජ්‍යලට පාවිච්චි කරන්න බැරි තාමිල අධික විශේෂ අවශ්‍ය සඳහා භාවිතා කරන කම්පියුටර් සිස්ටම් තමයි පුතේ අපේ සුපර් කම්පියුටර් කියලා කියන්නේ. ඔය මේ අභ්‍යවකාශ ගමන ගාමින් එහෙම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ මේ වගේ පාවිච්චි කරලා තමයි කරන්නේ. right? okay අපි ඊළඟ පොයින්ට් එකට යමු. mainframe computers. mainframe computers. හොඳයි. දැන් mainframe computers කිව්වහම so our mind goes to that something like a computer here. It's a computer and for that it is connected to many monitors, right? There are many monitors, right? So here you may get the terminal, we call it terminals, right? Terminals. So these are the terminals. This is the mainframe computer, right? So from this computer all the terminals are controlled, and here you get the monitor and the keyboard and sometimes mouse, right? Something like that. So every place something like that. So everything is controlled by this machine, right? So this sort of a computer system, most probably we call it the mainframe computer. So that means computer which are having many connection with the other computers. So that is called mainframe computer. So basically idea you get that a main computer is there. So controlling by this main computer these are only the stations. So what do you mean by stations? This place doesn't have any system in it. It has only one system in it here. But so from this system it all the places are being controlled. So this sort of a computer system is known as supercomputer. Sorry, mainframe computer. Okay. So it's also relatively not expensive relative to the supercomputer. Related to the supercomputer, not expensive, but still it's expensive, right? අර supercomputer තරම්ම මිලාදික නැතත් මේකත් මිලාදික එකක්. And the features of the other also now here is this computer also must have the special place. මේ computer එක මේක තියෙන්නේ විශේෂ ස්ථානයක. Like supercomputer, this computer also is located in a special room with having carpeted and special air conditions are there, and continuous power supply should be arranged here, right? And there are many trained people are here to control this computer system. So that is called supercomputer system. Relative to the supercomputer system, this is cheaper. Mainframe is cheaper, but supercomputer doesn't have a network method, but in mainframe computer you get the network method like this. Okay, so this is a advance. When you look at that one, you may have then idea like a networking. Actually it's not a networking, but it's like a networking, right? Okay, so any other questions to ask about this system? Any other questions? මොනාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද අහන්න මේ ගැන සම්බන්ධව? Uvani, can you read mainframe computer?
These have relatively less physical size, computing power, are less expensive than the supercomputers. In mainframe computers, a number of users get connected to one computer using a number of terminals sharing, serving and retrieving data. These are used in large-scale business. In e-business and with supercomputer transactions done using internet. These type of computers are used even today in some large commercial institutions.
Very good. Right, now what means I was using I was working in abroad in a mainframe computer system. So it has a special room where that nobody can go inside. Even the factory, the company manager cannot go inside. If they want to go inside the computer system for any other purpose, so there's a way of going there, right? So MIS manager, MIS means information system manager is there. So they have to get the permission from the MIS manager. So the MIS manager approval is given. So then after that they have to go for the special room is there. So they go there and they remove all the clothes what they have, and they have to wear a special kit what they are given. And even shoes they don't take inside. There's a special shoe they have to wear it, and then they go inside that. After the checking all everything, the security is checking everything, because even a single pin they cannot go, they cannot take inside. Even a single pin, right? So everything is being cleared and scanned after that. Then only they go inside, whatever they want. But there are 4 or 5 workers they are working in that system. They can go here and there because they are already permissioned, and even they can't go outside the area. For example, when I was using that when I was working in that computer, I will go outside after 1 week. So 1 week continuously I have to be in the computer itself, right? So when I go to some out of that area, after 1 week I can go. So the other 2 are coming inside, so we to go outside, right? Only 1 week. So 1 week I have to sign and I have to do a full body checkup, then I go outside. So the other 2 are coming inside by doing that one. So that sort of like something happened, because there are some people who are hackers who are waiting where the weak points are there to catch that one, because hackers wants to hack that system to get information from that system and to spoil or to sell someone or whatever it is. So they are waiting for that only. So no hackers should be go inside. Therefore high security is there. High security is there, right? Then that's what happening here in these computers. Is relatively supercomputer is not much expensive, but actually it's still expensive. And mainframe computer also seems to be a network, but not network, but seems to be a network. So these are called stations. Stations we are call it. It doesn't have a separate computer system, all those things, but only one system is available. So all these are wired connected. ඒ කාලේ නම් පුතේ මේක කනෙක්ට් කරලා තියෙන වයර් ඇඳලා wired network connected. but nowadays you may get that wireless also, right? මේ දවස්වල නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ wireless උත් ගෙනත් හම්බ වෙයි, but those days we were connecting with the wired network connections, right? So shall we write down a small description about mainframe computer? If you have any questions, you can ask on the way, right? These computers also bit expensive. It may use many users at a time. It may use many users at a time. Many users at a time. Those computers also located in a special place. Special place where carpeted, air conditioned, carpeted, air conditioned, with continuous power supply, together with the trained people to maintain. These computers are used in large scale businesses. හරි දැන් පුතාලාට තේරෙනවද ඔය කම්පියුටර් වර්ග දෙක ගැන? So we were talking about the supercomputer and mainframe computer. So these two types of computer in size which we studied now. Is there any questions to ask about that? It seems there's mainframe computer seems to be like a network, but it's not a network, right? Seems to be like a network because there are many users are connected to each other with the help of this mainframe computer. Right. Any other questions about that? No.